Sonal, left leg is itchy. All the best.
It was a bright sunny morning. The dewy green grass was being crushed with muddy shoes worn by football players. A lady shouted in the crowd, "Come on, Ashish!" Ashish heard her, and a cross came towards him, and he plunged, netting the ball, and the crowd shouted in unison, "Goal!" Everybody gathered into the stadium, carrying Ashish on their shoulders and shouting slogans. He was the star player of the district level football tournament. Fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the day, and dear guests, Ashish was filled with enthusiasm. The moment he received his trophy, he headed home to meet his mother, who had already anticipated her son's triumph. His heart was quivering with bottled up emotions. In over-enthusiasm, he jumped out of the bus only to find himself in front of a speeding car. That was all he could remember when he opened his eyes and found himself on a hospital bed in some corner. He looked outside of the window and found 5 to 6 kids playing football. His eyes glittered with joy because the footballer inside him was eager to play along. He stood up only to get fallen on the floor due to lack of balance. The nurses came for help, and the next thing which he saw completely traumatized him. His left leg was amputated. The trauma was so much killing for him that he refused to eat, sleep, or even talk to anyone. All he could think of was his missing leg. Days passed. He got used to a wheelchair. He could not play football again. He started working his mom in household chores. One day, he realized that he is having some pain. And slowly, that pain aggravated. And it was followed by an itchy sensation. His left leg was itchy. But how can that be possible? He doesn't have a left leg. He shouted in pain, and his mom came to rescue. And after diagnosis, it was discovered that Ashish was suffering from a condition which is called as phantom limb. For those who don't know, phantom limb is a sensation in which a person gets a sensation that a missing limb or an amputated limb is still attached to the body. Around 60 to 80% of individuals who have some kind of amputations in their life, they feel this sensation. And most of the sensations are painful for them. And these sensations are some itchiness, a twitch, or an urge to pick some object. There have been many researches around the world to find the root cause for this problem, but none of them has yielded satisfactory results. Some researchers say it is due to the reorganization of neurons in the brain. Other researchers say it is due to the dead limb sending wrong signals to the brain, which are in turn interpreted as pain signals. No matter what the root cause is, the problem is real. And the patients feel a lot of stress and anxiety due to this. And the worst part is, nobody can understand it. What can be the solution for this? Famous neurologist Dr. Vilayanur Ramachandran, he discovered a very interesting therapy. It is called the mirror therapy. What happens in that is, a mirror is placed in the place of the amputated part. For example, if I don't have this arm, he will place a mirror over here, and the patient will be asked to extend the another limb and see this reflection into this mirror and assume that this reflection is my another limb. Then with some movements and some stimulations, we can trick our brain in believing that both limbs are present and attached to the body. Even some shock therapies are given. For example, a hammer attack, in which some sensation happens and the person gets relieved from that pain because the brain reacts the same way to the stimulus the way it would have reacted if the part was present. This this therapy so far has helped thousands of patients out there, and it is doing wonders. And this makes us understand that how much difficult and complex structure our human body is. Kudos to the medical science and all the advancements in the medical technology. We have scientists, engineers, doctors from all around the world working together, collaborating, putting efforts to transform the way we diagnose, cure and treat people. Why am I telling you all this? It is because human life is always surrounded by negativity. We have so many negative emotions like pain, sorrow, anger, jealousy. Just imagine we can take a learning from this mirror therapy. If we can trick our brain that a part which is not actually present is still attached to the body, the problem is solved. Same way, if we assume that no negative emotions are present around us, we can resolve so many problems in this world in a fraction of a second. All we have to do is take the first step. We have to use the mirror to stimulate our brain and take the step towards positivity. Over to you.